everyone. Welcome to 369 Tarot. This is for the sign of Pisces. Let's just cleanse our space with some sound energy and then we'll get to your reading. I have water in it, by the way, just for your information because you are a water sign. Alright, let's get to your reading. This is a 369 way of reading. How I read it, there are like 3 rows and 3 columns. Sweet. The first card is 9 of Cups. Cups is like water energy. So the 3 columns are past, present and future. The 3 rows, first row has 3 cards each, dominant energy. Second has 2 cards each. The third row has 3 cards each, right? So 6 cards of each column, and that will help us understand the past, present and future. Cool. Okay then. Bottom of the deck is the World. Sweet. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy, but I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. Alright, let me show you your spread first. Let's get to your reading. So in your immediate past, recent past, is 9 of Cups, which is like a very independent energy. This guy is like really happy, satisfied, sitting with all his cups filled in the background. So in your recent past, you were quite content with yourself initially, right? And everything was there. You were like happy, independent, sitting like this, enjoying the luxuries of life, enjoying whatever that you had accomplished till then, right? However, progressing it came the 5 of Wands. So 5 of Wands represents arguments, disharmony, people attacking your reputation. So that's what happened, because of which the Temperance card of Temperance went into reversal, right? So upright, it means it represents like your control upon your emotions, and somebody who's peaceful, filling his own cup, and everything around is like in perfect bliss. But upside down, of course, if people will attack your reputation without any reason, if you'll have so many arguments all of a sudden, anybody will lose uh, control upon the person's temperament, right? And then two of pentacles came into reversal, right? So maybe you were able to juggle couple of things initially when you were in this nine of cups zone. You were maybe balancing out lot many things in your life, two things, or maybe like can be your relationship and say love and career, right? Or two businesses, or a job and a startup, or two girlfriends or two boyfriends, whatever, like two things or more things. You were able to multitask, you were able to balance it all out. But it came into reversal after this five of wands and temperance in reversal. So of course, then lot of arguments happened all of a sudden. People attacked. Nobody can see others happy. That's the problem with today's world. So when you were happy, independent, and content with your own zone, in your own zone, suddenly people, like, a lot of people who were jealous maybe try to pull you down by bringing arguments and attacking your reputation. And that's when you lost control from your emotions, and whatever that you were juggling with, whatever that you were trying to So whatever you were trying to balance, whatever you were trying to whatever you were juggling with, all of a sudden, because of this disharmony in the connections, this arguments, attack upon your reputation, you lost control from it, and you were unable to really balance this out anymore. You were unable to balance this out, juggle between different ventures of yours, and it came into reversal. It went into reversal. However, because you were like really doing fine, you were giving your best self with right intentions, the divine intervened in your recent past. There's this Ace of Pentacles, which is like, if you'll see, there's this hand coming from the clouds, and there's this huge pentacle. So the divine saw your efforts, divine saw your innocence, and blessed you with some divine blessing, which you were unable to see, but it definitely blessed you. I don't know if you're aware of it or not. Maybe your mental peace within, or this ability to still stay intact regardless of your situations, or something happened in your life which was really great, which was divine's interpretation, divine's intervention in supporting you, because you had right intentions, because it wasn't your mistake. However, another card that's in reversal is Eight of Swords in reversal. So Eight of Swords upright is a very sad card, which is like blindfolded, and a lot of people betraying this person. So this represents somebody who is not even aware of the enemies, and there are lot many enemies. In reversal, we can interpret it in a positive way. Either because of this divine intervention, you were able to step out of this, not really get into this zone of so many betrayals and blindfolded and energy, or either you didn't get into that energy at all, or even if you got there, you were able to see your enemies. The blindfold was off. You were able to see who all were aiming their swords at you. So that can be another interpretation. Not a very positive card, but this Ace of Pentacles overrules all. Basically, dominant energy was Nine of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. So regardless of people trying to pull you down, regardless of this emotional turbulence in your past, immediate past, regardless of this temporary inability to juggle between various things, maybe it wasn't good for you to balance so many ventures at the same time. The divine was still there with you in your recent past, and you still had your Nine of Cups, even if world couldn't see you like that. And you realized, at least you realize you have so many enemies, right? And you cannot have this blindfold in your life. Right? You can't be happy in front of others is another realization. Anyway, that was your recent past. In your present, you have Seven of Swords, but in reversal. So upright Seven of Swords represents a guy who is taking out like all his enemies. Like out of 7, 5 of the enemies he could take out, right? He could remove from his life. Just 2 are remaining. But in reversal, it can be interpreted positively or negatively, both ways. So positive can be like, if not 5, 2 could be removed. One explanation is this. Negative is that there are still enemies. Negative is you are not really able to remove those enemies from your life. But the best positive interpretation can be like, at least you are aware from your recent past that there are enemies, right? And you are aware, and with your blindfold off, at least this guy doesn't have any blindfold, right? He is able to see. He has registered in your present time. You have registered who all are your enemies, right? In your present, again, there is this 3 of Pentacles. So in 3 of Pentacles, there are people asking for help, asking for donation, some kind of help from this guy. But this guy is not really pouring into their cup. He's rather either pouring into his own chamber, or is just putting that the contents, his own assets or whatever that he has in his cup somewhere else, right? Can be like he's wasting it, he's putting in some other chamber, secret chamber, or he's just retaining it with himself. We don't know, but he's not really giving it to the people asking for it. It can be positive, can be negative. Either it's a sign that you should serve your environment more, you should help, you should be more generous, or it can be a sign like in your present you are not really helping out. I mean, it's just expressing your present state of mind. So maybe right now you are not really getting into environment because of your betrayals. It's obvious, right? When we get so many betrayals, we tend to lose that humanity inside a bit, or for a short time period we are not so generous anymore. As such, Pisces are very emotional. However, they are like fishes. They know how to make their way out of any circumstance, right? That's your power, no matter what, regardless of your enemies, regardless of any kind of disharmony. Know that is your power. However, Pisces are the people for whom relationships and their prestige matters a lot. They can't really handle anybody pulling down their name. So that's why you got so much affected in your past or even in your present, and your inability to remove all your enemies again resulted in you becoming a little bit selfish, a little bit self-focused, and a little bit unable to really pour into others' cups, which is necessary also sometimes. I feel it's not mandatory for you to be generous all the time. One shouldn't be generous all the time, I feel. Some generosity is essential. Whatever you are getting, one should always share in a certain amount. But sometimes the world can exploit that over generosity. So it's not essential to be generous all the time, is what I'll say, right? And then there is this 2 of Wands, but in reversal. Upright position, it would have meant somebody who has done it all, explored it all, and now he's like looking at the distant horizons and just wondering like, oh, I have achieved so much, and how I have grown into this old man from where I began and where I have reached. But it's a reversal. So positively seeing it is something like not all is still done. There is a lot of journey still pending. So don't rest, I'll say. Don't be in this zone like, okay, I have done it all and okay, my work is done here in this life. No, a lot of journey is left. You still need a lot to do. You still need to get done with your enemies. You still need to once again get into that 9 of Cups, or rather 10 of Cups zone. So your journey is still not over, right? It's in reversal. So you can't be in that emperor kind of zone. And upside, it's also a bit loner kind of energy. Like he doesn't have a queen beside him. So this is reversal. So I'll say you're not really feeling lonely. But then you still haven't accomplished what you had what you were destined to do, or what you had in your mind set as your goal initially. Then in your present itself, you have the card of Chariot. Chariot represents travel, can be like practically from one point A to point B, metaphorically or even spiritually. So now that you all, after all the betrayals, after whatever the enemies that you came across, whatever the situations that you face, you realize like no, something needs to be changed. Either I need to change my life, my lifestyle, my place, my designation, or myself. So then you are deciding to change yourself, your place, your lifestyle, your way of working, your ideas, anything, right? So chariot, either somebody is coming from distant shores to help you out doing that, or you yourself are taking up this travel, this journey from point A to point B, in terms of place, ideas, or your personality, whatsoever, right? And once you do that, there is Four of Cups, but in reversal, right? Another card in your present time, upright, that would have meant divine helping you out. So this guy has like Three of Cups and he's still sad, lonely, because of whatever, like he's sad because other cups are not there, or we don't know, maybe the cups are empty in front of him, but then divine is coming and helping him out, but it came in reversal. So right now in present scenario, you can't really see who, like divine is there to help you, the energy is there, but you can't really see it. You don't really have this immediate cup of divine is still checking you out. Divine has left you because it has full faith in you. It knows that you will figure out your way. You are a fish, you will figure out your way. It doesn't need to all the time, spoon feed you with whatsoever, with help, right? So you right now don't have immediate appearance of any external help, but you have your own inner strength of Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is not like you are not a king per se. Like you can't really kill all your enemies just with one swoosh, with your words, with your facts. But still, you are a Page of Swords. So if somebody comes and comes on your face and says something, you will know enough just with little words, 2 or 3 words. You'll be able to bring that like energy down and just show that person a mirror. Not really like squish him like that, but show him a mirror so that he himself sits down. So that kind of energy, that's a Page of Swords. Can also represent communication or message. Swords is air energy. It represents a message coming from somewhere. So somebody can bring there are like, the water is quite turbulent, but this guy has a sword, and up above his head there are birds. So despite of all your circumstances, chaos in your life, maybe somebody's coming with some good information that can be helpful for you, or you yourself are becoming a Page of Swords and facing your enemies head on with very little efforts, but enough to face your enemies or your situations. Say for example, there is a court case and you may not have proofs enough, or enough proofs to win the case altogether, but you have proofs enough to get you out of maybe a victim zone, or carry forward the date for the next date or the next date. You can get the time out of it, or for the moment, if there is a false opponent in front of you, you have like the right proof, right paper to show like, okay, this guy is lying, something like that. Like very mild but enough information. So this is your present scenario. In your future, immediate future, you have Ace of Swords but in reversal. Upright, that would have meant you being able to see, you are a water sign. Water signs are emotional, can never, I doubt everybody has all the zodiacs per se, every kind of energy, but yeah, it's rare that one Pisces become Ace of Swords, right? Ace of Swords is somebody who can butcher people up just with facts, just with communication, and Pisces rather prefer to be emotional, and they do say out things, it's not that, but they're more emotional, they consider others also. Their maximum empaths are Pisces, by the way. So Ace of Swords in reversal represents your inability to really be as rude as the other person, right? So your inability to face your opponents head on. Then you have, further describing it, is the card of Sun. um, Sun is the most beautiful card of any reading, and this is the first time I'm getting it also like upright properly how I wanted it. You Pisces are my favorite, by the way, because they are the wisest zodiacs of any sign. They're the most mature. People who are born as Pisces are the most mature of all zodiacs. They are like mostly old souls are Pisces. You have got the card of Sun. So even if you will decide in the future, you won't be able to be as bad as others, you won't be able to be as rude as others, your opponents, people who are trying to pull you down, you won't be able to be as bad basically. But you have the card of Sun. So the Sun represents there's a child who has taken a rebirth, and the Sun is blessing him with all the joy and glory of the world. Sun is the luckiest and the best card in the deck. It has no reversal, no negative aspect to it. So you have the Sun. Your choice of not really be as bad or as rude with others is actually helping you out get to that card of the Sun, right? So don't fret, don't worry if then you have like temporary disharmony with your surrounding. Don't worry if you have certain enemies. Everybody has, every successful person has. You have the card of Sun in your immediate future. Be happy, rest assured, everything is will be great in your life. This is awesome card. All right, and you supporting it is Justice, by the way. So you will get your Justice. Beautiful card again. Beautiful future you have. You will get your Justice. Justice will be served. All your enemies, without you doing much, without you getting to that level, your enemies will face what they have sowed basically, and you will get Justice because you were in this. We began with this Nine of Cups card, so you had really worked hard to reach there. No one else can reach Nine of Cups if the person has not really worked hard to reach there on his own. So you are getting both the Sun and the card of Justice in your future. Then Ace of Wands again is in reversal. Okay, you have both Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands in your future, but both are in reversal. So you won't be able to reach to the level of your opponents in negative terms, which is good. You won't be able to manifest what you have in mind, right, immediately, which can also be good, because sometimes divine has way more in store for us than what we in our limited capacity imagine. So you may not be able to manifest what you want, but see, you are in this energy of Sun. You are a kid still. You don't know how much the cosmos is willing to bless you with. So don't worry if your tiny desires do not come true. And you also have this Queen of Wands after that. So Queen of Wands is a beautiful card. She has this fiery energy to manifest anything that she desires. So once you evolve from a child to somebody mature, it won't take that long. It will be a second, but you still would, like, after your revival, after recovering yourself and getting this rebirth, getting in your present, you are taking the Chariot card, which is a beautiful decision. You are changing your lifestyle, or your spiritual side. In your future, you are getting the fruit of it. You are getting Justice and the Sun, and you may not have what you have planned right now in your future, or in future also, whatever your plans will be, but later on you are becoming the Queen of Wands. So whatever that you will, once you have reached a certain level, for example, you may not be able to open the business that you are right now thinking, or at that, once you get into a new situation, you may have like 10 number of ideas. You may not manifest those 10 ideas, but the 11th one, that will actually happen for you. Once that happens and you get into that zone, that it is then that you will understand the real needs of your new business, your new relationship, and that's when you will be the Queen of Wands. This is a feminine energy, full of love, full of emotions, full of manifestation ability, right? Fire energy, lot of passion, lot of manifestation. Whatever you will seek, immediately it will come into reality. So that's a beautiful aspect to it. You also have a Queen of Cups, but it's in reversal. So upright, that would have meant a lot of love, a lot of emotional satisfaction, contentment, emotional ability. But in reversal, that represents emotionally you may not be satisfied, or emotionally see, just because it's in reversal doesn't mean that energy is not there. This still holds true that you have two aces and two queens. Queen of Wands is in upright, and Queen of Cups is in reversal. So you can still change it because you still have that energy. It's in our control always. Anyway, you are a water sign. Cups is your own energy. It's a sign of water. So don't just let your emotions go everywhere. Keep a control upon your emotions and manifest in a controlled way without letting your emotions hamper that. And you have a beautiful future. I'm really happy to have this reading. This is the last reading of these 12 zodiacs. I'm glad that I did it. It's so positive. It's so happy. It's also making me happy, to be honest. And yeah, I hope it was in some way beautiful, in some way helpful for you. If you like this reading, please support my channel. Like, share, subscribe. It's the first time I'm doing tarot readings for zodiacs. I hope it was helpful. Right here, off I go, Pisces 369 Tarot.